Greetings, mighty companions. Anna Kujawa here. And as we always do on Mondays, we are doing a course in miracles. But what's different and unique about the Monday classes that I facilitate from A Course in Miracles is on Mondays, we let Spirit decide what section from A Course in Miracles that we read from. So we always on Mondays, we do Miracle Roulette, where we ask Spirit to decide for us what Spirit knows that we most need to hear right now to have peace and healing and comfort. And so on Mondays, we say, all right, Spirit, what is it you know that I need to hear in order to have peace? Because Lord knows I do need some peace. I do need some correct perception. So I trust you, Spirit. I trust that you know my own best interest. You know what my call for love is. You know exactly what I need to hear to answer my misperceptions that I might have peace. That's what we do on Mondays. That's also what I do whenever I'm insane. And I've finally gotten tired of the pain of my insanity. And I say to Spirit, okay, Spirit, I've tortured myself long enough with my own interpretations. They haven't made me happy. What do you say? What would you have me hear from A Course in Miracles? And then I go to the random number generator, or I just pick up where I've been, where I left off. So that's what I do when I'm insane and I really need peace. And it's also what we do on Mondays. So I'm so happy and grateful that you have joined this healing circle, listening to A Course in Miracles with other mighty companions. So grateful that you have used your own precious time to join this healing circle. And I do hope that it is helpful in getting your call for love, your call for peace answered in the brilliant way that A Course in Miracles does. So what I'm going to do, which I always do on Mondays, is I do a 5-minute opening meditation where we invite the Spirit within us, the divine spark within us, the voice for God and healing and truth within us that we all have. It's available to all of us for the asking, that cannot fail to answer your call whenever you call to it. We're going to take 5 minutes and call to this, this GPS within us, this God positioning satellite within us, Spirit of truth within us. We're going to call to it, open our minds and our hearts to it, and ask it, please help me. I need peace. I need peace. I need answers from you, Spirit, that will bring me peace and healing. So we're going to do that for about 5 minutes to begin our session. And then we're going to do our random number generator to see what Spirit has chosen for us. All right? So that's what we're doing. We're going to do about 5 minutes of a opening meditation, request to Spirit for Spirit's guidance, Spirit's answers, and then we'll do the random number generator and see what it comes up with. All right, so if you are able to, I want you to close your eyes and take a breath and just bring your mind out of the past and bring your mind out of the future. Bring your awareness, dial your awareness into the frequency of 101 point now. Becoming aware of the now, the present moment. And breathing it in. Allowing your mind to rest from plans, to rest from your plans and your fears. Allowing your mind to come back home to now, where you have it all and you're safe in love. And let us allow our minds to rest in safety and peace in this perfect, precious, holy moment now. Beautiful. And now, as you bring your awareness to the present moment, its power, its peace, I want you to see if you can detect a presence that abides in the present. I want you to feel for that presence. Feel for that presence, which is a friend, an ancient friend that has walked with you since the beginning of your journey through time. An ancient friend who knows you well, better than you know yourself, and whose love for you is unconditional and eternal. You have a friend like that within you. The Course calls it your appointed friend. We all have it. There's no soul that doesn't have that appointed friend, that eternal friend who knows you as God knows you, and whose love for you is unconditional and has walked beside you since your journey through time began. Now I want you to feel for this friend's presence. It's real. This is a friend you cannot get rid of, no matter how much you ignore it, no matter how much you choose to not listen to it, no matter how long you choose to ignore it. This is a friend whose devotion to you is eternal, is unquestioned, and it is real. That's what the Course in Miracles reminds us of. So I just want you to breathe and feel the presence of your appointed friend, the voice for love and truth within you that will never abandon you, no matter how many years you refuse to acknowledge it and listen to it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine Spark within me, for not abandoning me, even though I have tried to abandon you and deny you and not listen to you for only no telling how long. Now, feeling this presence, this spirit, your appointed friend, your eternal friend, I want you to talk to it like it's real and say to it, I need help. I need comfort. I'm asking for your guidance, for your vision, for your help, and for your comfort in what seems to be a trying time. Help me. Help me. Be you in charge. I ask for your guidance. I ask for your wisdom. I ask for your comfort. I ask for your perceptions. I trust you. I trust your love for me. I trust that you know my own best interests where I do not. I trust that you want to give me a perception of myself that will bring me peace and joy and comfort and healing. I trust your love. I may not understand it. I may not believe I deserve it. But in this holy instant, I trust your love for me. And so I ask for your answers, your guidance, your vision, your answers, and your comfort. And thank you. Thank you in advance for the answers I know that are now there, just waiting for me to perceive. All right, so Take a breath and bring your awareness back to your room and your body. Hi, Irene. Hi, Carol. Hi, Maya. So happy to see you. So happy to have you joining us in this healing circle that we co-create for our own peace of mind and healing, and also for the world. So way to use your time. Okay, what's the best use of time? For awakening, for healing. What's the best way to use your time? Awakening and healing from your own fear and guilt and pain. That healing and release might extend through you to others who also need the same release. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Carol. I love it. Okay, great. So now we're going to go to the random number generator. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right, Okay, and let's see here. Okay, go. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, hi, Maya. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, text. All right, and chapter 15. Okay, so chapter 15. Let me go to chapter 15, and we're going to see how many sections there are in chapter 15. All right. Okay. Of course, my tablet is frozen. Of course. I wonder why. All right. Let's go here. Let's go back to table of contents. And I'm going to be coming out of the annotated edition. So if you have the blue covered edition, just know that I am coming out of the annotated edition. If you have the blue covered edition on your phone, then maybe you could help us to figure out what section that is in the edited edition, which I call the blue covered edition. All right, so we're going to chapter 15, and we see that there are in chapter 15 there are 11 sections. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the random number generator, and I'm going to put in 11, 1 to 11, and it's section 3. So now let's go to chapter 15 in the annotated edition, section 3, and let's see what that is. All right. Forgive me for how long this takes. I know, it's like dead space, dead time. All right. Chapter 15, section 3. What's it gonna be? I can only imagine. Chapter 15, section 3 is Littleness versus Magnitude. Now, if you are in the blue covered edition, which is the edited version, the title is the same. So if you are in the blue covered edition, go to your table of contents, go to chapter 15, and look for the section title, Littleness versus Magnitude. I know that this section title is the same in both editions, okay? Oh, lovely, thank you. Thank you, Irene, for putting that in there. And Irene has listed the annotated version edition. But truly, if you have Course in Miracles blue covered edition on your phone, on your Kindle, just put in Littleness versus Magnitude, and it will bring you there. If you have the actual book, then go to chapter 15 and look around there for Littleness versus Magnitude. Okay? Beautiful. Wonderful. So here we go. Here we go. It says littleness versus magnitude. It says, don't be content with littleness. That's an instruction. Don't be content with littleness. All right. You know, that's what we've been doing. What have we been taught as children? Be content with littleness. Be content with littleness. You know, that's all you got. That's all you can attain. Be content with littleness. Course in Miracles is saying, and the author of this is saying, don't be content with littleness. Beautiful. Zen, love you so much too. So happy to see you here in this circle. I love your energy. You got the best energy. All right. Okay. If I'm not going to be content with littleness, what should I do? Be you sure you understand what littleness is. And also, be you sure why you can never be content with littleness. All right. So, it says, okay, so what is it? What is littleness that I'm offering myself, that I've been trying to be satisfied with, that hasn't satisfied me? What is this littleness that I've been trying to be content with that hasn't satisfied me? Okay. If you're not satisfied, if you don't feel fulfilled right now, it's because you have been trying to be content with something that can never satisfy you. And what can never satisfy you is the belief that who and what you are is little. And that the belief that what you have to give to the world, it doesn't matter. It's not, I mean, whatever I have to give, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really matter. So, why do it? Okay, that's trying to be content with littleness. And if you are experiencing any level of dissatisfaction or unfulfillment in your life or in your relationships, you're trying to be content with littleness, and it ain't working. All right. Now, it says, now it's going to define littleness. And boy, is this an interesting definition of littleness. Ready for it? The definition of littleness that the Course in Miracles is giving is this. Littleness is the offering you gave yourself. You gave yourself. All right. What is littleness? Whatever you've been giving yourself, thinking, oh, this will satisfy me. Oh, this littleness, that, whatever it is that you've been giving yourself that hasn't satisfied you, that's what littleness is. Whatever you've been giving yourself that hasn't satisfied you, that hasn't fulfilled you. Okay, and if you are experiencing dissatisfaction or unfulfillment in your life in any way, that's because you've been trying to give yourself whatever you've been trying to give yourself has not satisfied you or fulfilled you. So littleness is whatever you gave yourself, right? What did I give myself? I'm like, oh, my gifts aren't worth that much. Oh, I love doing this, but it's not worth that much. Oh, it's not worth my devotion and my time, or oh, it's not worth anything, or the love I give, or the gifts I have, the skills and talents I have, they're not really worth that much. And so if somebody doesn't see them or value them, that's okay. I'll stay in a relationship with them. That's all right. Littleness is the offering we have given ourselves that hasn't satisfied us or fulfilled us. You know what I'm talking about? All right, I know you do. Hi, Trisha, lovely to see you. Hi, Daniel, lovely to see you too. Daniel and Dale, lovely. And Andrew says, OMG, I've been downing shots of littleness lately. Thank you for the reminder. Me too. Me too. You can always tell when you have been giving yourself shots of littleness, like Andrew said, when you feel unfulfilled, when you feel unsatisfied, or when you feel unrecognized or unappreciated. Wow. Okay. So when we feel unfulfilled and we feel unappreciated, that's not because they didn't see us or give it to us right. It's because we were offering ourselves a littleness. That's what's really going on. We told ourselves, you only deserve this much, and you know you can't really have that, and you know you can't have it all, and you know, just because you love to give these gifts and you're good at it, that don't mean that it's really valuable, and it's all right if people don't recognize the value of you and your gifts. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll just settle for someone or something or a situation that doesn't see my value. That's okay. I don't deserve anything anyway. Now, that is what we have been giving ourselves. So hold that thought. I gotta let the dog out. All right, baby. needle. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, thank you, Andrew, for saying that. That's beautiful. I love the honesty and authenticness. Tricia says, I'd like daily practice, but not know where to start. Beautiful. Thank you for saying that, Tricia. Yeah. What's the daily practice in not giving ourselves littleness, in stopping giving ourselves littleness? We have given ourselves, we have received littleness, and we've been giving ourselves so much littleness that we think it's normal, to the point where when Course in Miracles is like, you're offering yourself too little, we can't accept that. We can't believe that. It's so difficult for us to stop saying yes to littleness and saying yes to our grandeur. Okay? We've been giving ourselves littleness. Everybody around us has been giving us littleness. And what we've learned is that all you deserve is littleness. All you are is little. And what you have and your value and your gifts, that don't matter. It is not valuable. So, so whatever. If somebody doesn't value what you are and what you have, that's okay. You can still be in a relationship with them. That's all right. We've been doing that so long that when we hear A Course in Miracles offering us not littleness, but the grandeur of the truth about us, we can't believe it. We don't believe it. We don't believe it. And if somebody walks up to us and they're offering us the grandeur, a reflection of our grandeur, you're amazing, you're an incredible, glorious creation of God, we think they're lying to us. And then we get rid of them. So we have been offering ourselves littleness and believing it so long. When grandeur is offered, when the reflection of our grandeur is offered, we don't recognize it and we reject it. And then we wonder, why don't I have more fulfilling, satisfying relationships? Why am I not more fulfilled and satisfied? There's a reason. It's because we have been offering ourselves a littleness and accepting it. And when grandeur was offered, correct perception was offered, we rejected it. No, they don't really know us. Or I don't really deserve that. Okay? All right. So, I love it. Carol says daily lessons. Yes, exactly. That's the perfect answer to Trisha's question. The daily practice is the daily lessons. Okay? Beautiful. Hi, Brew. Lovely to see you. And hi, Hannah. Lovely to see you too. All right. Lovely to see you all. All right. I definitely see y'all's grandeur. I truly do. And so it makes me happy to see. When you see your own grandeur and when you see the grandeur of others and when you allow other people to see your grandeur, it really is fulfilling. It feels good. It's nutritious and it's true and it feels good. Our problem is that we've been offering ourselves littleness for so long, and we've been accepting littleness for so long, that when somebody or something like A Course in Miracles mirrors our grandeur, our bigness, our wholeness, we either reject it or we find it hard to believe, but basically we reject it. So, until today, until right now, right? So this is a lesson where we're all going to be practicing hearing about the opposite of our littleness, and which is our grandeur, our amazingness, and practicing accepting it and practicing the extension of it and practice the receiving of that truth. All right, beautiful. And Laurel says, yes to grandeur. Right on. Yes, Laurel, I totally see your grandeur, Laurel. That's obvious to me. Okay, right. And that's why we need each other. That's why we need each other, because I may be having a day or a month or a year or a lifetime where I see my littleness. And so I don't have faith in myself. I have low self-confidence. I don't trust my abilities. I don't trust that I have these gifts that are really valuable and grand and amazing. And then I need other people in my life who see my grandeur and are like, you're so amazing. And then, so we need each other. It's difficult sometimes to see your own grandeur, but it's easier for others to see your grandeur. And that's why we need each other. And that's why the plan for awakening entails us being together and coming together in holy relationships whose purpose is, I won't let you forget your grandeur, and you don't let me forget my grandeur, okay? That's what we're here to do together, because I am going to forget my grandeur, and I am going to believe my littleness, and so are you. That's why we're here. We're here on earth because we forgot our grandeur. We believed in our littleness, and that's why we're here to learn. And so we need each other because we will not remember it all the time for ourselves. But when we join with others for the purpose of, okay, when I forget, you remember, and when you forget, I remember, that's a holy relationship. And that's what enables us to remember the truth about ourselves when we are tempted to forget, which we are very often. All right, can I get an amen on that? All right, Laurel says, you are grand, Anna. Thank you, baby. See, that's what we need each other for, Okay, all right, exactly. And whenever you're upset or unfulfilled or sick or broke, it's because you've been believing in your littleness instead of the truth of your grandeur. And so really, whenever you're sick or broke or depressed or anxious or heartbroken or whatever it is, that's the time that you most need to listen to the truth about yourself. You most need to listen to whatever it is, whether it's a Course in Miracles or a friend or some other kind of sacred text that reminds you, you're grand, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're a glorious creation of a glorious creator. Oh my God, I have to put sunglasses on. Whenever you're feeling something not joyous, not happy and fulfilled, it's because you are offering yourself littleness and believing in it. And what would heal that is if you would allow yourself to be in the presence or to hear the thoughts of something that sees you correctly and sees that you are a glorious creation of a glorious creator, and they have no problem mirroring that to you, even though you're like, oh no, I don't know, I'm blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the purpose of a holy relationship, a healing relationship. When I forget my grandeur, you remind me. When you forget your grandeur, I remind you, because that's gonna happen. And truly, it is set up where we really can't remember by ourselves. I can't remember my grandeur all by myself. I have to have other mighty companions to remind me when I forget, and they need other mighty companions to help them remember when they forget, okay? And that's what we're together for. That's why the universe has brought us together, for real. We may think that we've been brought together to kind of get some love or get some value, or get some specialness, or get some security, but the truth is that the universe brought us together to help each other remember our grandeur when we forget and we have offered ourselves littleness. All right? Beautiful. Bridget says amen, and Tricia says amen, and Andrew says amen, and hi Larry, lovely to see you, and Laura says remind our mighty companions. Amen. And that's why I love A Course in Miracles, because there's never been a time when I've been suffering the pain and unfulfillment and sorrow and the anxiety of offering myself littleness that I didn't turn to A Course in Miracles to listen to what the voice of the Course, the teacher of the Course, is telling me, that didn't remind me of my grandeur, my worth, my value, that I did forget about as I was offering myself littleness. So that's why I love A Course in Miracles. I offer myself littleness, and A Course in Miracles offers me the reminder, a very compelling and beautiful reminder of my grandeur as I was created by love. And that's why I keep studying A Course in Miracles, for real. All right. Hi, Laura. Lovely to see you, my dearest. Well, okay. Now, we are in paragraph 1 still, and we are in sentence 4. It says, you offered littleness to yourself in place of magnitude, and then you accepted that littleness. I offer myself littleness, and then I accept that littleness. And it says, and everything in this world is little. Anything you offer yourself from this world, anything this world offers you, anything this world teaches you, anything you've learned from the past, anything the world is offering you, anything you're offering you is a little. So when you hear the world go, well, you know, you can have this if you do that, and you can have this if you do that, and you can have this if you earn it like that, and you can have maybe some of this if you do that. But if you do that, oh, you're not going to earn it, you're going to lose that. Everything that the world offers you is little. Power, fame, money, physical pleasure, specialness, all the best of what the world has to offer, all the money in the world, all the power in the world, all the fame in the world, all the physical pleasure in the world, all the specialness in the world, all of it is a little. It's a little. What does that mean? That means it is not enough to satisfy you who come from God, you who are created by grandeur itself. Nothing the world, so whatever the world offers you is little and can never satisfy you. You know why? Because the world itself was made out of littleness. In the strange belief that littleness can content you. That's what the world teaches. I'm going to give you, oh look, here's some of this littleness. Here's some of this littleness. Power, fame, money, physical pleasure. That's all forms of littleness that the world holds out to you. It can never satisfy you. And that's why, as you've already seen, and we've seen a million times, even when you have what the world is offering you, even when you get what the world is telling you is valuable, power, fame, money, physical pleasure, what happens? You're still not satisfied. You're still not satisfied. You're like, how can I keep it? How can I keep from losing it? Oh my God, why don't I still love myself? Why don't I love myself yet? Why don't I feel confident yet? That's the proof that whatever the world offers you, all of the best of the world, is still little. It still doesn't satisfy you. And what is the world teaching you? Oh, well, you can be satisfied with what doesn't last. You can be satisfied with the little. Power, fame, money, and physical pleasure. You know, whatever, all those things that don't last, that you got to earn, that you could lose, they'll satisfy you. That's what the world teaches us. And we've seen enough demonstrations within our own lives and in the lives of people who've had all the things that the world says is valuable, and they still aren't happy. We've seen it time and time again. All right. The world is the teaching that the world is a strange belief that littleness, meaning things that don't last, can satisfy you. That's the teaching of the world that we've all fell for. And all experienced, wow, that's not true. I've had all the things the world says would satisfy me, and I'm still not satisfied. What's up with that? This is what's up with that. Exactly. I love it. Laurel says bargains. Yeah, you say bargains or bragans. All right, beautiful. Hi, Balbir. Beautiful, Balbir. Lovely to see you. Okay, so again, we are in the annotated edition. We are in the section called called Littleness versus Magnitude. So if you're just joining us, we're in Littleness versus Magnitude. So you can go to chapter 15 in whatever edition you have and look for the section titled Littleness versus Magnitude. And that's where we're at. And we're going to be starting and going on, and we're paragraph. Wow, we're still in paragraph 1. It says, when you strive for anything in this world, in the belief that anything in this world is going to bring you peace, guess what you do? Guess what you're doing? You're belittling yourself. You are offering littleness to yourself, and you are blinding yourself to your glory, to your grandeur. Wow, that's hard to believe, huh? That's hard to believe that when what? When you are striving for anything in the world, power, fame, money, physical pleasure of the world, in the belief that it's going to bring you contentment and peace, you're really offering yourself littleness. You're belittling yourself. And the truth is that you're really blinding yourself to your glory. Hold that thought. All right. Sorry, guys. I got a little puppy that got to go in and out, in and out, in and out. So, okay. All right. Hi, Saki. Lovely to see you, my dear. Hello to you, mighty companion. So, again, we're in chapter 15, section 3, in a section called Littleness versus Magnitude. All right. Now, here's the thing. Anywhere that you are experiencing dissatisfaction, unfulfillment, anything that's not happy, not fulfilled, not unfulfilling, it's not because you didn't do it good enough and they didn't do it good enough and maybe you're not good enough. That is not why you're experiencing a lack of fulfillment at this time in this area. Of course, a Miracle says the reason you're not satisfied and fulfilled and happy is because you are trying to be fulfilled with offering yourself a littleness. You're trying to be satisfied and fulfilled and happy with something that the world offers. Power, fame, money, and physical pleasure. That's what the world teaches. You know, if you have just enough power, fame, money, and physical pleasure, you'll be happy. You'll be fulfilled. You'll never doubt yourself again. Okay? And that is the teaching of the world. But we're all witnesses that that doesn't make you happy. And so if you're experiencing dissatisfaction or unfulfillment in your life, in any area, it's because you were trying to be happy and content with one of the values that the world offers. Power, fame, money, physical pleasure, and specialness. Great, good to know. Okay, good to know because now I know, it wasn't that thing failed or that I failed or that person failed. That's not it. I'm not unhappy because they failed or I failed or that failed. I'm unhappy and unfulfilled because I was seeking fulfillment in littleness, what the world offers. I wasn't looking for fulfillment where fulfillment really comes from, which isn't from the world. It comes from knowing the truth about myself as my Creator created it. And the Course in Miracles says that the way that our Creator created us, it says that you are a glorious creation, grandeur, glorious beyond what you can understand. You are a glorious, grand creation from a glorious, grand Creator. That's the truth about you. The truth about you is you're already glorious. You're already grand. You already have all the love, all the beauty, all the power, all the joy, all the peace that you always wanted, that you were looking for in the world. You already have it in you right now. because your creator who loves you put it within you, created it as a part of you. And that's the truth. And only knowing that truth brings fulfillment, brings true satisfaction, okay? That's the only thing that satisfies you and fulfills you, not what the world tells you you need to have and you need to do to be happy, to have love. All right. So, Tricia says, I am very happy when I'm truly helpful. Absolutely. That's a great point. Why, Tricia? Why is it you're truly happy when you're truly helpful? Because when you're truly helpful, you are extending the love, the peace, the joy, and the generosity that you were created to be. And so when you give that to another, you realize that's what you are. And notice, Tricia, that your happiness came from what you gave, from what you had, not from what you got from the world, that the world told you you needed to have to be good enough, to be adequate. All right. Hi, Nagyaba. Lovely to see you. So happy to see you, my dear. All right. Okay. So what did it say? It said, when you strive for anything in the world with the belief that anything in the world will bring you peace, you are belittling yourself and blinding yourself to your own glory, your own grandeur. See, littleness and glory, littleness and grandeur are the choices open to your striving and your vigilance. Okay, great. What are you saying, Course? I got two choices of things to strive for here in this life, in this world. You can either strive for littleness, or you can strive to know your grandeur. Those are the two choices that are open and available for your striving in this world. Well, what are you going for here? Are you going for the understanding of your grandeur that you already have, that you already are, that came from your creator? There's no like gotta earn it, you might lose it. Or are you going to strive for littleness, which means are you going to strive for things that aren't lasting, that aren't real, that as you strive for them, even if you get them, you're going to be worried about losing them, so you're never going to be satisfied. When you're striving for things of the world, okay, you're not going to have peace till you get them, right? And then once you get them, you're worried about losing them. And you got to possess them. So there's never any peace. Even when you get it, there ain't no peace when you're striving for things and values of the world. Okay? And littleness. All that the world can offer is littleness. So that's what we're like, okay, I can either use my time and energy striving to learn and remember the glory and the grandeur that's already within me, that I already am, or I can spend my time and my energy and all my money on trying to get things that don't last, that even when I get them, I'm still not fulfilled by them. That's your two choices for what to strive for, what to use your energy for in a body in the world. Okay? Good to know. Tricia says, love you, Anna, thank you. I love you too, Tricia. I'm so grateful for you. Appreciate your appreciation so much. And Saki says, I'm grateful for the opportunity to know that everything is helpful. Absolutely. Thank you, Saki. And Maya says, isn't the story from Jesus to build your house on the rocks instead of the sand? We need a strong foundation. Exactly. That's exactly what this section is talking about, Maya. Very good insight there. When you build your home, when you build your house on something that doesn't last and is shifting and changing, then how are you going to ever have peace? But when you build your house on something that's solid, that lasts, that doesn't end, like the truth, then you can rest and enjoy your whole life without fear and anxiety every day. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to have a life where I'm scared every day. Like, am I going to make it? Am I going to have enough? Am I good enough? Have I done enough? I don't want to have a life like that. I already did that. I know what that feels like. And that was all of that insecurity and self-doubt and anxiety and fear every day came from valuing the values of the world, valuing and striving for littleness. When you're striving for the things in the world, you're always striving for things that are just out of your reach. And even if you do reach them, now you have to worry about losing them because you're striving for things that don't last. Here's the things that don't last: power, fame, money, physical pleasure, and specialness. Those are all things of the body that don't last. And the only thing that does last is the truth about you and about reality that was created and extended by love and the source of love. That's the only thing that lasts. Love, truth, your grandeur, your glory, your amazingness. That's the only thing that doesn't last. That does last. Everything else related in the world that the world says, oh, you should have some of this. Oh, you need some of this. Oh, when you have this, you'll be happy. All those things do not last. You can't have peace with something that doesn't last. How can you enjoy a love, a so-called love, that you think may not last? You can't relax. How can you enjoy an abundance that you think you can lose? How can you enjoy a love that you believe you can lose? You can't be happy with something by virtue of its physical nature doesn't last. You just can't. Now you can try, and we have tried all of this lifetime, and who knows how many other lifetimes we have tried to be happy with things that don't last. And so here we are learning from A Course in Miracles that if you really want a lasting happiness, where you're not afraid of losing it, you're not afraid of someone stealing it, that the only way to have that is to value something that lasts, that is eternal, that you cannot lose. And of course, in Miracles is reminding us on every page about that truth, about that reality of you, that you can never lose, that if you value that, you'll experience the fulfillment and the happiness that you really do want. All right, beautiful. All right, thank you. Hi, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Nice to meet you. And Saki says, building on the solid rock. Hi, Julie. Lovely to see you. All right. Okay, so now it says, wow, we're still on paragraph 1. Wow. It says, littleness and glory, littleness or grandeur are the only choices open to your striving and your vigilance in this world. Now, it says you're always going to choose one of those choices at the expense of the other choice. All right, beautiful. Maya says, helps me to understand why I was so unhappy in my relationships. I was always afraid they would reject me. Thank you, Maya. It's exactly it. When you're putting your value in something that can change, something that's not, something that can change, you'll never feel satisfied. You'll always be afraid. So if you're putting your faith and your value in a so-called love that can change, then it will never make you happy. It'll never fulfill you. So, perfect example, Maya. Thank you for that. All right, exactly. Now, you'll always choose one at the expense of the other. You're going to either choose littleness at the expense of your grandeur, or you're going to choose your grandeur, the value that will never change, you can't lose, at the expense of the littleness, okay? You can't have both truth and illusion at the same time. You can't have your own truth and also your illusion. You can't value the truth about you and an illusion about you at the same time, okay? You can only choose one at a time at the expense of the other. So you're always, all your decisions are coming from that. Am I going to choose my grandeur, my truth, that's eternal, that it can't change, I don't have to worry about losing? Or am I going to choose littleness, which is something that changes and I could lose and I'll never be satisfied with? That's you're always making a decision between those two choices based on your belief about what you are and what you deserve. Okay? Your decisions are dictated by your beliefs about yourself. Every single decision is dictated by your beliefs about what you are and what you deserve. Now, do you deserve a love that you can't lose, that's unconditional, that you can't, that will never reject you and you can never lose and it's unconditional? Or do you believe that you deserve a fake love that is conditional, that can be taken away from you just because you made a mistake? What do you believe that you deserve? Littleness or real love? That's the belief that's going to determine every decision that you make. And you can tell what you believe about yourself from the decisions you've made, and you can tell which decisions you've made based on your beliefs by what you're experiencing. Are you experiencing fulfillment, happiness, or not? Are you experiencing peace or not? It's very simple to tell what you believe about yourself and which choice that you have decided for. Very easy to tell. And that's why it's so easy to change your mind and change your world. When you know where what you're experiencing is coming from, and you remember that you can always choose again what you want, then healing is simple and it can be instantaneous. And that's what A Course in Miracles is reminding us of all the time. Happiness is not complicated. You don't have to wait to be happy. You don't have to really figure out how to be happy. You don't have to figure out how to make yourself happy. You don't have to try to make somebody else make you happy. Happiness is the easiest, simplest thing in the whole world. Because to be happy, all it means is to accept the truth about ourselves and to say, my dissatisfaction is coming because I settled for and chose littleness in place of my grandeur. That was my choice. I know my choice is free and ultimate because I've changed my mind all day long. I am going to choose my grandeur. I'm going to choose to side with what my Creator thinks about me and knows about me. And then boom, your whole world changes. It's that simple and that easy. Happiness is not complicated. It's not expensive, and it doesn't take time. It's just a decision. It's just a decision of which one you want, littleness or your grandeur. What you learned from the past about how you gotta work for it, or what A Course in Miracles is teaching you about you were created as love and abundance. You are it. You deserve it now. No exceptions, no conditions. It's just a choice. And as soon as you make a new choice, as soon as you recognize what you're experiencing is coming from your choice, and then you make a new choice, done. That's how simple awakening is. That's how simple healing is, according to A Course in Miracles. Now, we make it very complicated. Well, I gotta have some good insurance, and I gotta know a good lawyer, and I gotta know a good therapist, and I gotta try to change them and fix them for me to be happy, and I gotta change me and fix me and me to be happy. I gotta get a degree, and I gotta get some more money, and I gotta lose some weight. We make it very complicated, and that's not real happiness. That's not how you gain real happiness. All right, I love it. Beautiful. Psyche says, yes, that was so-called love. Yes, that was so-called love. Very good. And Laurel says, we deserve perfect happiness. Just decide the holy instant. Thank you, Laurel. You just summed it up in 3 simple sentences. Thank you. Good Virgo like yourself, Laurel. Of course you did. Let's just sum it up in 3 simple sentences. Thank you, Laurel. Well done. Total Virgo synopsis. I love it. Okay, here we go. So it says this. It says, you will always choose one at the expense of the other. Great. Paragraph 2. Wow, we made it to paragraph 2. That's a miracle in itself. Okay. It says, but what you do not realize each time you choose between littleness and grandeur is that your choice is your evaluation of yourself. That's exactly what we were just saying, of course. Every time you choose, it's a decision based on your evaluation of yourself. You know, are you as God created you, or are you as you created you, or your parents created you, or your past conditioning created you? What is your evaluation of yourself? Are you self-created? Were you created by your parents and your past experiences? Or were you created by God? Your evaluation of yourself determines which choice you're going to make as to whether you're going to choose to offer yourself littleness again, that which will never satisfy you, or you're going to accept and offer yourself the grandeur that is you, that you're entitled to, that surrounds you, that you're entitled to. No conditions, no exceptions. Your evaluation of yourself is going to determine which choice you make. Okay. Now, it says if you choose littleness, if you're going to choose to offer yourself littleness, then guess what? You're not going to have peace. You know, you'll just get like, oh, I got to do this, and oh, I got to do that, and oh, I need some more of this, and oh, I need some more of that, and oh, I can't be happy until this, or I can't be lovable until this, oh, I got to strive for this, and in the meanwhile, I can't have any peace, and then I get it, and then I'm still not happy, okay? It says that if you're choosing littleness and offering that to yourself, you'll never have peace. And if you don't have peace, it's because you were offering yourself littleness. That's all you need to know about that. It says, and if you've chosen littleness and you don't have peace, then guess what? That's because you've judged yourself as unworthy of it. If you offered yourself littleness, you chose littleness, and then you didn't have peace or satisfaction, that's because you didn't think you deserved it. For real. I don't have peace. Not because the universe is defective and couldn't give it to you. Like God was like asleep on the job, or you're with the wrong partner, or you're with the wrong job. No, that's not why you didn't have peace. Of course, the Miracle said you don't have peace because you didn't believe, you judged yourself as unworthy of it. You're like, I don't deserve peace. I only deserve littleness, so I'm going to go for the person who is offering me littleness. I'm going to go for the situation that's offering me littleness. If you go for a relationship or a situation in which you don't have peace with, that is not because it was the wrong person or the bad situation. It's because you didn't believe you deserved peace. And of course we don't believe we deserve peace because we didn't learn that we deserve peace. What did we learn when we were kids? You know, you got to earn your love. You got to earn your success. You got to earn it. You got to work for it. You got to sacrifice for it. You don't just deserve it because of who you are. None of us learned that we deserve peace because we are a child of God. None of us believe or learned that we just deserve peace. No exceptions, no conditions, no need to earn it. None of us learned that. And so, of course, we don't believe that we just deserve peace. We all believe, I gotta earn it. I gotta make myself worthy. I gotta make myself more beautiful. I gotta lose some weight. I gotta get some more money. I gotta change them. I gotta change myself to have peace. And that's the only reason that we don't have peace. It has nothing to do with they didn't do it, they didn't give it to us, they need to something wrong with them or something wrong with me. It says, choose littleness and you won't have peace. Because if you've chosen littleness, you've judged yourself as unworthy of peace. And whatever you offer yourself as a substitute for peace is much too poor a gift to satisfy you. All right. Okay. Right. Exactly. I'm offering myself a substitute for peace. You know, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't believe I really deserve peace just because of who I am. And, you know, I don't really believe I deserve peace for like not doing anything and no sacrifice and don't have to change. I don't believe I deserve that. Okay. Oh, so, well then what are you going to offer yourself? Well, I'm going to offer myself if you do this, I'll be happy. And if you do this, you'll be happy. And if I do this, you'll be happy. Anything you offer yourself besides peace is not going to satisfy you. So if you're in a relationship or a situation where you're like, I'm not going to offer myself peace. I'm not just going to ask for peace. I'm going to try to like fix that or make a deal here, or make a bargain there, or sacrifice here, or get them to change here, or get myself to change. It don't matter how hard you work at that. You will still not have peace. You won't be happy. You won't be satisfied. The only thing that can bring you peace is realizing that you deserve peace because your Creator is peace and your Creator wants only peace for you and your Creator gave you peace and you deserve it. No conditions, no exceptions, no bargains. You don't have to earn it at all. Don't have to change for it. Don't have to get somebody to give it to you. Don't have to get somebody to change so you can have it. That's the only way to have lasting peace, according to A Course in Miracles, which I study and teach because I haven't accepted this completely for myself. I still am doing exactly what it's saying here, will not bring you peace to this day. All right? So I am studying this and teaching this so that I can remember, along with you, the source of real peace, meaning lasting peace, which I really want, right? Okay, because I already did the other path, and it didn't make me happy. It didn't satisfy me. So, of course, Miracles is offering us a new way, a better way. Thank you, God, for A Course in Miracles. What a miracle. It's A Course in Miracles. It is a miracle. This curriculum really is a miracle. That the fact that this curriculum is on earth at this time and we have found it in our lifetime is a miracle. That's a real definition of a miracle. So, thank you, God, or wherever this came from, wherever it came from. Thank you, my God, thank you. All right. Thank you, Julie. Laura says, we are remembering. Julie says, me too. Julie says, thank you for teaching us, Anna. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. If I didn't have you to share this with, I wouldn't get it for myself. So truly, our relationship really is holy. I need to give it just as much as you need to receive it. I need to receive it just as much as you need to give it, for real. Of Course in Miracles says salvation is a collaborative venture for real. And so I need you as much as you need me, and you need me as much as I need you. And that is the truth. I can't do this by myself. You can't do this by yourself. And so we truly do need each other. And so any relationship where we're coming together to hear the truth together, that we share together, that we're both equally in need of together, that is a holy relationship. And a holy relationship is a healing and a healed relationship. And that's what we are giving to ourselves as we come together to listen to these truths together, that we both need the same together. So thank you so much. Without you, I couldn't learn it myself. So, all right, so the Course in Miracles says that teacher and student are equal, they're on an equal playing field, right? They need each other. And the roles, teacher and student, go chung, 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 okay? In the holy relationship, it goes something like this. When you have forgotten about your grandeur and you're offering littleness to yourself and you're not happy, then me, who remembers that you do deserve it, reminds you. And when I am offering myself littleness and not believing that I deserve love and peace with no conditions, then you remind me. And that is that. So you see here that teacher and pupil, they go back and forth. Who's the teacher in the moment depends on who is the saner at the moment that the call for God is happening. Whoever is the saner at the time that the threat is perceived, that's the teacher in that moment. And the other one is the student. So the teacher and the student really are like this. They really are in the same order of learning, okay? When you are forgetting and I'm remembering, I'm the teacher. When I'm forgetting and you're remembering, you're the teacher and I'm the student. So it's a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful that Course in Miracles is truly teaching us equality, the truth of equality. There's nothing you have that I don't have. There's nothing that I have that you don't have. Why? Because God, who is love, creates equally, gives everything to all of God's creations equally. God gives everything that God is and has to all of God's creations equally. No exceptions, no conditions. It's impossible that God gave something to them that God didn't give to us. We all have the same that our Creator has given to all of creation. And in that, in that we are 100% equal. We are truly equal. And just because one of us is remembering the truth at the moment the other one is, doesn't imply any inequality at all. It just means that we freaking need each other, and we ain't getting out of here, and we're not waking up out of this dream of lack we're not waking up alone, ever. You'll never wake up to who you really are, your own grandeur, by yourself. That is the truth. So, okay, that was a little divergent tangent that came through me. I try not to let the material get in the way of what God wants to share through me. So that's what that was. Terry says, so good, so glad, so glad you're giving us the Miracle Anna. Thank you, Terry. You give me the miracle too, Terry. So thank you. And Laurel says, we're collaborating. That's exactly what's going on. And whenever you're upset or sad or angry, it's because you forgot that whole equality thing. You know, I'm forgetting that we're equal. I'm forgetting that I deserve peace as equally as you do, and it was given to me equally as is given to everything. I've forgotten the whole equality thing, which I do a lot, because the world is based on inequality, if you have noticed. Right. Thank you, Saki. God bless you too. And Laurel says, the saner is the teacher in that moment. Exactly. Thank you. We are one. Yeah, the Course in Miracles says, whoever is the saner at the time the threat is perceived should remember their indebtedness to the other one and be happy to pay their debt to the other one. That's the holy relationship. Okay. Right now, I'm remembering that we're both equal and we're both sinless and guiltless, and so I'm going to help you remember. And gladly, because you know what? I owe you, because, you know, last week it was you remembering for me, okay? That's equality. All right, And Greg says, I do not have to prove my grandeur to anyone. Exactly. You don't have to prove it to anyone or anything. That's how you recognize your grandeur. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to change to be worthy of it. You don't have to get anybody else to change to be worthy of it. You don't have to change yourself to be worthy of it. You don't have to do anything to experience the truth of your grandeur. That's how you recognize your grandeur. It's something you got to do something for, you got to change for, you got to sacrifice for. That is not your grandeur, and it's littleness, and it won't satisfy you. All right. And so knowing that enables us to tell the difference between, oh, I'm offering myself littleness here. That's not going to make me happy. Oh, let me remember my grandeur because that will satisfy me. And I don't have to do anything for that. All right. Beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Thank you, Laurel. I love it too. Oh my God, I love A Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles is such a miracle. It is releasing us on every page and every paragraph from all the ways that we've been offering ourselves littleness and unhappiness. And it's teaching us a better way. You know, there's another choice. It really will make you happy. It really will satisfy you. And nobody needs to change for that. And you don't need to change for that. Nothing. You don't have to do anything for it. Okay, now that is how a loving creator, a creator who loves you, would set it up, right? A creator who loves you is going to set it up where you don't have to do anything to receive all the love that your creator has for you. Just like a loving and wise parent. He's not going to set up a big old freaking obstacle course for their child to earn their love. I mean, not a healthy parent, right? A healthy and wise parent. He's not going to set up an obstacle course. You got to do this, you got to do that. A healthy, and sane and wise parent is like, you know what? All I have is yours. You know, I can't not love you. You know, and there's no conditions on my love. You can't. There's nothing you can do to make me love you more, and there's nothing you can do to make me love you less. That's how God is with us. So once you know that, now you're aware of the true source of true happiness, which means lasting happiness. The Course in Miracles is reminding us of all the time. Beautiful. Hi, Demi. Lovely to see you. Demi and Doug Cottingham. Lovely to see you both. And Andrew says, it is such a miracle how all of us feel so connected with you. Thank you. This is so incredibly powerful, Anna. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for saying that. I really needed to hear that. Andrew, thank you. I really did. I really needed to hear that today. Thank you. And Demi says, yep, healthy, sane, and wise parents. All I have is yours. So true. Exactly. And we've forgotten that we are in a relationship with a sane and wise and loving and rich parent. We forget that. You know, we're like, oh, they have a trust fund. How lucky for them. Oh, they got rich parents. Oh, how wonderful for them. Okay. No. We all are in a relationship with a parent who is ultimately wise, unconditionally loving, and without limit rich. We all are. Okay, that's why, you know, the whole prodigal son lesson is like, you know, you ran away from home. I don't care. I'm not mad. I'm rich, and all I value is you, you know? All I value is you. All I want is really, you're my value. Just come home. I miss you. And all I have is yours. And I don't care what you did. I don't care what you did. I love you. My love for you is unconditional. And all of my kingdom and all of my wealth is for you. No condition. We are all in a relationship with such a spirit parent. And we just forgot about it and haven't been engaging or utilizing or remembering that holy relationship, that rich relationship that we are in with our source. Father, Mother, God, or whatever you want to call that source, okay? Don't matter. Beautiful. Hi, Sue. Lovely to see you. And Julie says, you are truly changing my life for the better. Thank you, Julie. Bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, you guys are healing me tonight, for real. You have no idea how much I needed you guys and your loving feedback tonight. All right. Okay, so we got 15 minutes left. Let's see. I think that I will finish this paragraph and then we'll stop here and then we'll pick up here. Well, maybe we will, maybe we don't, because on Mondays this is random number generator. All right. It says, choose littleness and you won't have peace because you will judge yourself unworthy of peace. And whatever you offer as a substitute for peace is much too poor a gift to satisfy you. That's what we've been saying. And so it is essential. It is essential. Ding, 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 ding. It is essential that you accept the fact and that you accept it gladly that there is no form of littleness. There's no form of anything that the world offers you that can ever content you. There's nothing outside of yourself that can ever content you. Power, fame, money, you can have all the power, fame, money, and physical pleasure in the world and still want to kill yourself, okay? And so it's easy. What does he say? It's essential that you accept the fact and accept it gladly that nothing outside of you offered by the world is what can ever content you. And it's essential that we accept that fact and accept it gladly if we're ever going to experience a lasting peace, lasting love, lasting happiness, lasting abundance. Okay, great. There's a really good instruction right there. And it says, and you are free to try as many as you want to. You're free to try as many as you want to. No guilt, no shame, no sin. You're free to choose as many substitutes as you wish to. But all that you'll be doing is to delay your homecoming, because you can only be content in your magnitude, which is your home. Wow. See how loving Spirit is. See how loving Creator is. It's like, you know, you're so innocent. You can try as many as you want. I'm not judging. I'm not, God's not like, that's like 50,000. It was like 20 lifetimes and it's been da-da-da-da. And like, come on already. Like, what's your problem? Our Creator has infinite patience and unconditional love. They're free to try as many substitutes for your truth to satisfy you as you wish. No problem. The only thing you're doing is delaying your homecoming. That's all you're doing. That's the worst you could do. That's what Course in Miracles says. The worst you could do is just delay your homecoming to what? To who you are, your truth, as created by your Creator, your homecoming. You know, when you remember whose child you are and the kingdom that you are the inheritor of, that's your homecoming. You'll be like, and that's what people report when they physically die and they're resuscitated. They all tell you the same thing. It was like the ultimate homecoming and I didn't want to come back. So that is what is, it's like the worst you could do is delay your homecoming to your own grandeur, your own truth, which is heaven, which is a peace that lasts. That's the worst you can do, you know. But Course in Miracles says, like, you know, it's just a delay, but do you want to keep delaying? I mean, you know, don't you want it now? Like, haven't you suffered enough? I mean, haven't you been dissatisfied with everything you've tried long enough? You are free to try as many substitutes for real happiness and real fulfillment as you wish. You're innocent. no guilt, no pressure. But all you're doing is delaying your homecoming to the kingdom where you are the child of a very wealthy, loving, unconditionally loving, extremely, unlimitedly rich spirit parent called Father, Mother, God, Creator. Now, how long do you want to do that delay? You're totally innocent to delay it as long as you want. No guilt, no problem. You're totally innocent. But how long do you want to delay it? How about now? All right. So that's what a loving parent, a loving and wise parent says. Everything I have is for you. No conditions, no exceptions, no judgment. It's all here for you. How about now? Oh no, you don't want it now? You want to delay and try to go find happiness in the world? All right, no problem. It's all still here for you. No worries, no pressure. I'll just be here with infinite patience and infinite love. Okay? Okay. And when we do finally go, you know what? I accept it now. I accept it now. You will be experiencing a homecoming that words cannot describe. You cannot describe it. When people who died and were resuscitated and they come back, the first thing they'll tell you is, I cannot describe that with words. It cannot be described in words. That's how good it is. That's how good their homecoming was. To the point where they didn't want to come back, even if they had young children. That's how good your homecoming is going to be. And you don't have to die to come home. You don't have to come, you have to die to come home to where you're from, where you are the inheritor of a kingdom of unlimited love, unconditional love, and unlimited riches. Don't have to do anything for it except just come home. Come home, prodigal children. You don't have to do anything. I don't care what you did. I'm not judging that. My love for you isn't dependent on what you did or whether you ran away from me or not. My love for you is unconditional. Just come on home. It's all here for you. No condition, no exception. And if you want to delay that, that's fine too. I don't care. I'm still going to love you completely. I'm still going to love you completely. And we're like, when we come home, finally, we're going to be like, what took me so long? And that's when you'd be like, forgiveness, forgive yourself. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Laurel says, HS equals no judgment. That's right. And infinite patience, die to be alive, love it. Julie says, I've had the death experience. I totally understand this. Yes, thank you, Julie. One of my favorite topics of study for all my life has been people's experience of the near-death experience. And I found them incredibly instructive, like for real. You know, I'm studying Course in Miracles, and then I start studying people's near-death experiences, and I'm like, oh, they are saying the same thing. All right. And people who have had a near-death experience, they know exactly what A Course in Miracles is saying. They recognize A Course in Miracles. I have lots of friends and clients who've had near-death experience, and they all tell me that when they study A Course in Miracles, they're like, that's how it is. That is the truth. That's how it is. So thank you for sharing that with me, Julie. That's fascinating, and I love that. Anybody who's had that experience where they clinically died and were resuscitated have something of tremendous value to share with the world in terms of, like, I can share A Course in Miracles with you, but you've been there. Like, you can really, like, you've been there, okay? I can just be like, this is what it means when you come to homecoming, and this is what it's like, da-da-da. But you've been there, so you know. So what a great and beautiful gift you have to give to the world. All right, Yitzi says, hi, Anna. Those who seek the truth become holy. This is a group who will not accept littleness. We strengthen ourselves in that. Thank you, Yitzi. Amen to that. Beautiful. And hi, Dawn, Sophia. Lovely to see you, my dear. Okay. Now, it's Okay. All right. I'll just read a couple more sentences and then I will finish. I won't even finish this next paragraph. But it's interesting. You know, we're talking about all this like homecoming and awakening and not accepting littleness and only accepting our grandeur, which is the same as saying, I deserve to come home. No matter what I did when I ran away from home, I deserve to come home. You know, we are these very lovable, innocent children who ran away from love. We were like, F you, love. I'm going to get something for myself. I'm going to get myself some specialness that God didn't give me. God loves everybody equally. Well, I don't want that. I want something just for me. So we ran away from home, got a body, and then we're doing all this substituting and attacking. And so then the Course in Miracles is saying that our loving spirit, Father, Mother, God, Parent, doesn't care. It's not concerned that we did like this, and we did that, and we murdered this person, and we sacrificed like this, and we attacked this person, and we, lived a life of not fulfilling our potential. We don't care at all. Just come home. Now, and it's just talking about this homecoming to who you are, regardless of what you think you've done or what you think has been done to you. In paragraph 3, it says, there is a deep responsibility that you owe yourself, and a deep responsibility which you must learn to remember all the time. That's what we're talking about here. There's a deep responsibility that you owe to yourself that you must learn to remember all the time. And the lesson will seem hard at first. Like, what deep responsibility I owe to myself that I must remember all the time. The lesson will seem hard at first, but you will learn to love this lesson when you realize that this lesson is true, and that this lesson constitutes a tribute to your power. You who have sought and found littleness, dissatisfaction, unfulfillment. Remember this: every decision that you make stems from what you think you are and represents the value that you put on yourself. And every little thing that you offer from the world, every little thing that you seek and think you want, defines you as little to yourself. In other words, believe the little can content you, and by limiting yourself, you will not be satisfied, because your function is not little, and it's only in finding your function and fulfilling it that you can escape from littleness. All right, so there you go. All right, so here our teacher is saying to us, there is a very deep responsibility that you owe yourself. Not that you owe to other people, not that you owe to God. There's a deep responsibility you owe to yourself. You know, you've been offering yourself littleness, something that could never content you, never satisfy you, okay? And so, in other words, you owe it to yourself. You have not been fulfilling your one true function and responsibility to yourself. Not to God or others, but to yourself. And the one true, deep responsibility you owe to yourself is stop accepting littleness. Stop denying your function. You have a function to fulfill in the awakening of humanity, and you'll never rest, and you'll never feel fulfilled, and the world will not be healed until you fulfill your responsibility, your function within humanity, to yourself. Okay? And so your one function that you'll never rest or be fulfilled until you fulfill it is that You accept your own true grandeur as a child of God. That's it. That's your function. That's your function. That's the deep responsibility that you owe to yourself. Is to stop trying to be satisfied with the values and the things that the world tells you you need and will make you happy. Stop that. It never worked. If it was going to work, it would have worked by now. So stop that and focus on accepting your grandeur, your glory, your greatness, your completeness, your perfection, your value, your worth as established by your Creator. Work on that. Focus on that for a change. That would be different, wouldn't it? Instead of trying to please people, instead of taking your energy to try to change yourself to make somebody else happy, in order to try to earn your love from God, or earn your love from others, try to earn your own belief that you deserve love, stop wasting your time, stop wasting yourself, and focus on the deep responsibility that you owe yourself, which is accepting your true grandeur and being the witness to all the world of what God wants for everybody. Focus on that. All right, beautiful. So we finished. We finished up to, well, what paragraph? We almost finished paragraph 3. All right. Let's stop here, shall we? All right. Oh, I'm so thrilled to have you join this healing circle. So grateful for your energy and your presence. Truly, when we join like this, we really are creating a healing circle that emanates truth to all the world that still remains in darkness. This is how we fulfill our function. We do it together, remembering together that we all have the same from God together. God gave us all the same together. Grandeur, glory, completeness, perfect worthiness, no exception, no conditions. So I appreciate you all. Laurel says, thank you for reminding us of the grandeur. Dear Anna, thank you. Hi, Ashley, love to see you. And Saki says, I'm so blessed from your teaching. Thank you, Saki. Beautiful. Trisha says, same. Okay. So we're going to stop here for today. And I'm going to do announcements. And then we're just going to do like a couple of minute integration meditation, where we just take the ideas and just listen to them and use them and apply them while we breathe and listen to nice music, okay? That's what I do when I'm studying the course. I read the course. Thank you, Sue. I really appreciate that. When I'm reading the course, I'll read a paragraph and then I stop and then I just close my eyes and I apply it to whatever I'm going through in that moment. Okay, that's the Course in Miracles is for practical application. It's not just a collection of this beautiful sacred text, beautiful philosophy that's lovely, but isn't practical. Course in Miracles' goal is to be practical. How to take these ideas and use them in what you are experiencing right now, so that you can have a miracle of peace right now, no matter what it is. That's what A Course in Miracles is about, practical application, okay? So as you're reading it, always be thinking about, how can I apply this to what I'm upset about right now? Like, what is it saying that I could do or think about what I'm upset about right now? And then do it. And then and then go read the next paragraph. That's how I have studied A Course in Miracles, that has made it where there's never been a time where I was upset and I went to A Course in Miracles to read it and then try to do what it said to do, that I didn't get a miracle of peace. This never happened in over 36 years of studying and teaching this. Can you believe that? Can you believe I have been studying and teaching this for 36 years? I couldn't even believe it. Earl reminded me of it yesterday. I'm like, what? No, it has not been that long, but it has. And I'm telling you, that there's never been a time when I didn't read it for the purpose of applying it to whatever I was going through, where I didn't get a miracle of peace or abundance or healing or whatever I needed. It really truly is a course in miracles. And that is, its title is not a misnomer, it's the real deal. And so then I'm ecstatic to be able to share this with you, and I'm so grateful for your wanting to share it with me. Thank you. And Tricia says, where do I start with daily practice? What part of the book? Okay, Tricia, just go to the workbook, which I know you're already doing. Just do your workbook lesson. That's all you got to do. And if you've lost track of the whole workbook lesson thing, just start at the beginning, start number 1, and do every day, get up, make your coffee or tea if that's what you do, and read your lesson, try to do what it says. The workbook lesson is all about, here's what it's saying, here's how to practice it, and whatever comes up today. That's what the workbook is. It's the thing that enables you to take the text ideas, the philosophical foundation, and apply it in your daily life in whatever's going on, so that you can have a miracle no matter what's going on in your daily life. So, beautiful. Okay, great. So announcements are this. I do 2 live streams a week, and 3 counting the one I do with Greg. So on Sunday, Greg and I do how to have a transformed, healed relationship as taught by A Course in Miracles. That's what Greg and I do every Sunday. On Mondays, like right now, I do Miracle Roulette, where we do our prayer, and then we allow Spirit to decide which book of the Course and which section we read from. And on Tuesdays, Greg does his Facebook live stream, where he does a synthesis of Course in Miracles and the Bible. And then on Wednesdays, I am just doing the annotated edition, just reading it through. So I started at chapter 1, section 1, and now on Wednesdays in our annotated edition, we're just chapter 6, section 5 or 6 or whatever it is. So complete annotated edition on Wednesdays, Miracle Roulette on Mondays, and relationships through A Course in Miracles on Sundays. Okay, and all of those classes are 7 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, all of them. On Sundays, Greg and I are a little flexible in our starting times, but basically it's 7 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is when all those classes are. Also, many of you know I'm a holistic psychotherapist. I've been a psychotherapist a long time, but within the last 10 years or more, I developed a psychotherapeutic niche called Miracle Psychotherapeutics, where I'm offering psychotherapy for individuals and couples and families, but from the Course in Miracles perspective. So if you are somebody who could use some truth support through a challenge or a transition, but you want it from a Course in Miracles perspective, then I'm available for that. Most of my sessions these days still are Skype, Zoom, or phone. But if you're in the Colorado area and you want to come to my home office, awesome. But I'm available for that. Now, the best way to schedule a Miracle Psychotherapeutic session with me is to either private message me here on Messenger or go to my website, AnnaKujawa.com, ANNAKUJAWA.com. Find my phone number and then text me. Always, that's the best way to reach me. Text me. Okay, great. Also, if you would like to support this Miracles ministry, then you can either post this class on your Facebook feed, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Anna Kujawa, and just like, share, and subscribe. And the more people who like, share, and subscribe, the more it communicates to YouTube that this channel is valuable, and then they will allow me to live stream for my phone. Oh, thank you. So that's what I'm going for. I'd like to be doing a YouTube live stream, and so going to YouTube and liking, sharing, and subscribing will help me to accomplish that sooner. All right. Also, I'm working on getting a Patreon channel, so that's something that I'm working on at this time. All right, beautiful. Now, that's what's announcements. And so what we're going to do now is the integration meditation. All right? So, let's all take a breath. Close your eyes if you're not driving or walking. And just breathe. Listen to the music. Beautiful, and just breathe and just feel what it feels like to hear these ideas from A Course in Miracles and to be joining in a circle, a healing circle, as you listen to them. What does it feel like? Tune within. And tune into the feeling of being in a healing circle with others like yourself who want to accept the truth for themselves that they might extend that into the world. Don't forget to breathe. All right. Now, I want you to bring to awareness a situation or a relationship in which you're experiencing not satisfaction, where you're feeling unfulfilled, not satisfied, upset, whatever adjective that you have for that not satisfied feeling. And I want you to bring that situation or that relationship to your awareness. All right. Now, I want you to tell yourself something different about this situation. I want you to tell yourself, I am not happy because I was trying to be satisfied with littleness, with some value or something that the world offers, that the world told me would make me happy. I was valuing something that's not really valuable and trying to be satisfied, and it didn't work because you can't be satisfied with something the world offers. Power, fame, money, physical pleasure, things that don't last. I was offering myself littleness. I was believing that if I could just have some of this, I'd be happy. If I could get some more of that, I'd be happy. I was believing if I changed myself like this, I'd be happy. I was believing if I got changed then like this, I'd be happy. Yep. I was definitely offering myself littleness, and so that's why I'm not satisfied. That's why I'm not happy. I'm not happy because I was offering myself littleness, and it didn't make me happy. It's not them. It's not even anything in me. It's just what I was offering myself. All right, so take a breath. I tell yourself, I was striving for something in the world with the belief that it would bring me peace. And really, it just blinded me to my grandeur. All right, at least I know now what happened, really happened there. At least I know now what was really going on there. At least now, finally, I know the truth about that situation. All right, it wasn't them, it wasn't me. It was I was striving for something in the world in the belief that it would make me happy. And breathe. And now, let's do this. Now, let's say, I now choose to accept and to recognize the grandeur, the beauty, the power, the completeness that I was created to be, as given by my Creator. I choose to accept myself as I was created by glory, by grandeur, by God. I choose to accept my grandeur, that which I am, that I don't have to earn and I can't lose. All beauty, all power, all love that's been given to everyone equally forever, that I don't have to earn and I cannot lose. I accept that. I choose that. I choose that. I choose to accept my grandeur. That is my inheritance. That is my reality that I don't need to earn and I can't lose right now. And remember, you don't have to believe it, accept it, welcome it at all to say that. You don't have to believe it to say it. You don't have to believe it to choose it. And tell yourself, I do remain exactly as grandeur created me, whether I believe it or not. In this holy instant, I accept that and I want only that. I choose that. And you don't have to worry that 5 minutes later you might choose littleness. Don't worry about that. Just practice choosing your grandeur, your reality as love created you. I choose to accept my grandeur, my glory, myself as love created me. That's my choice. In this holy instant right now. I am and I remain as God, which is love, created me. Glorious, grand, complete, sinless, loving, lovable, whole, eternal, and beautiful. I accept myself as love created me in this holy instant now. Beautiful. All right. Good job, mighty companions. Way to use your time. Good job. And if you're just joining us at the end of this, feel free to go back to the beginning and enjoy the gifts and the offerings of this section of A Course in Miracles. Thank you for sharing this on your Facebook feed. Thank you for going to my YouTube channel and liking and sharing and subscribing. I appreciate you more than I can say. And I look forward to the next time that we do this again. Thank you all. Appreciate you.